What is up, guys? I'm Nate with Back from the Vault, and today we're going to be talking about the latest Cinematographe title, Last Embrace. Stay tuned. It stars Roy Scheider. In this, it's kind of like a spy thriller. So, while on assignment in Mexico, Roy Scheider's wife is murdered. She's actually murdered by none other than Joe Spinell. So Joe Spinell murders Roy Scheider's wife during an assignment, and he's haunted by that. So the film is part drama, where he's kind of like he's sad and he's upset for the fact that his wife has been murdered, but he's also very deeply rocked by it. There's lots of scenes where his hands are shaking because he's so torn up by the fact that his wife was murdered, and there's nothing he can do to stop it. So basically, it's a spy thriller, but it has paranoia elements. He's very paranoid, and he believes that the CIA organization he works for is out to get him, trying to kill him. There's a scene where he's in like a train depot, like waiting to leave. He's in a train station waiting to leave, and he believes some guy's about to push him onto the tracks, and he flips out on him. There's a lot of stuff like that in this movie where he thinks someone's out to get him. He returns back to his apartment to find that a hot young woman has now moved into his apartment, and she's going to, she's moved in. She said while he was away, they rented it out to her, and it's the organization that he works for that he has his apartment through, and they claim that he is going to be gone indefinitely. Before they've always told people that it's temporary. This time, indefinite. So there's a lot of eyebrow raises and a lot of WTF moments, like what the fuck moments in this movie. There's like, basically he thinks that the company he works for is out to get him. He goes and talks to them, and they're kind of like, no, we aren't out to get you, but there is just you got to stop this. Like, you're fucking up, basically. So he has to, and they essentially like put a hit out on him. His own organization does, because he's causing them problems and issues. So you think that the whole movie, it's like, it's this organization that's out to get him, but you find there's a lot more. This web of conspiracy and lies grows and grows. Now, I enjoyed this movie. I thought it was really, really good. I think it was great, actually. But it, like, about halfway through, 75% of the way through, it hits a really weird point. Basically, it reveals something massive near the end, and it's kind of silly, if you ask me. It's just kind of like, what the hell? What's going on here? He's getting strange letters throughout the movie, and it's written in Hebrew. So you think that the killer, the person out to kill him, and that's killing off these, members of his organization, are of Jewish descent, or there's something about that. There's some reason they're writing in Hebrew, and it's almost like biblical killings, and they're leaving these notes behind. So it's really strange, but it's a great movie. It's really good. Jonathan Demme, I think, did a great job on this movie. Roy Scheider is incredible. He does a really good job in this movie. I'm not super familiar with him other than Jaws. I remember him in Jaws. But I think it's a really fun movie. There are times where it drags a little bit. And I will say they kind of remove the paranoia aspect halfway through. They just like take the whole paranoia thriller and throw it out the window halfway through. And I think that kind of hurts the movie, because the whole idea of trying to uncover this web of lies and secrets kind of gets, kind of muddled a little bit, because this is a spoiler, I'll just go ahead and warn you, but there's a scene where his dead wife's brother shows up, and he's hired by Christopher Walken, by the way, who's the head of the organization. He basically appoints he basically appoints the guy's wife's brother to come and kill him, and it doesn't go as planned, and it's really strange. Like, that's the whole paranoia aspect. It like kind of, I guess it's more of a red herring when you get to the final ending. I'll just say that. again, spoilers, but at the end of the day, Last Embrace is really good. If we talk about this transfer a little bit, this 4K transfer, I think it could have been better. I've definitely seen better. I think Little Darlings that they put out in the same Cinematographe line, I think it looked a little better, honestly. There's like a weird, I don't know, there's a weird color to this. And then also, there's a lot of grain, like way more grain than I usually expect in movies like this, especially from Cinematograph. So I would say that the transfer wasn't that great, but we'll break into this box set a little bit, and I'll show you guys what it looks like. It's got this J card. I always just tape mine down, but so you've got this nice artwork on the back, them embracing each other, and then show you the front. There's some more of them just hugging, which plays sort of a big role in the end. But another thing, the ending. I'll get into that a little bit in just a sec. But we talk about this book. All the Cinematograph titles are incredible. I love these books. I love flipping through and looking at all the pictures and the essays. See if I can show you. I don't know if I can show you very well like this, but basically, don't want to crease it. Don't overdo it. What else? There's just all kinds of pictures and essays. Haven't broke into this yet. Haven't really read any of this stuff yet. I need to. Because I did enjoy this movie. There's the guy that tried pushing him into front of the train that I mentioned earlier. We got... Oh, I'm skipping some, I think. Okay. There we go. What does that say? Embrace success. Yeah. She's beautiful in this movie. Beautiful. Yeah, so you kind of get the gist. I'll just... Okay. So yeah, lots of cool stuff. Here's the disc. You get a 4K and a Blu-ray. They usually put the special features on the Blu-ray. Love the disc menu. Maybe I can get a video of that. I'll pop it up. The Cinematograph always has incredible disc menus on their releases. It's like their thing. I really liked this. I think it was, for me, I would probably give it like a 4 out of 5. I think I would, honestly, it did kind of blow me away with some of the stuff in it. I think some of it was really good. It worked really well. I think just, for me, there's a few things that keep it from being a 5 because it was, like I said, really good. Everyone did an incredible job. The ending kind of gets me a little bit. So, again, spoilers here, but the ending, it's revealed that, it just in one scene, it's revealed that the girl who's been staying in his apartment, can't think of her name, but she is wearing like prostitute clothing, like she's wearing like a lingerie, and she's laying in bed with some man who is presumably one of the agents in the agency, and they're like, making out and stuff. They go to the bathtub. She like kind of brings him into the bath, and they start having sex in the bathtub, where she then drowns him. And you see that something more sinister is happening here, and she's not who she says she is. Previously, she said to be a scientist, but it's obvious that something else is at play here. So you then realize that people wronged her grandmother, and she's out to get everyone that wronged her grandmother. So she's knocking off people out in this agency, and she sets her sights on Roy Scheider. And that was who her initial goal was, to get to Roy Scheider, but they fall in love. So they have this kind of weird thing where like they're in love with each other now, but she was also out to kill him. He discovers this, and he discovers she's been killing the other agents, so he's going to go take her to the agency and turn her in. So it turns into this big cat and mouse chase at Niagara Falls, and there's a really cool ending shot at Niagara Falls, and that's all I'll say. But I think the ending was, it was okay. I didn't really care for this big twist at the end. The action scene, the sequence at the very end was very cool. But yeah, I think that's what holds this movie back. I think otherwise, it's a great movie. It's really fun. I love spy thrillers, and I love just constantly, like watching a movie and watching it unfold and seeing new things unfold and happen. I really like that. I really like watching a movie and not knowing what to expect and not expecting the next step. You know what I mean? Like that sort of thing. So I think I really like this. I think I really enjoyed this movie. It's one I'll probably revisit. I could see myself wanting to rewatch this. It has a lot of fun elements, and again, both Roy Scheider and the female in the movie, they do incredible. Again, the female's beautiful in this movie. I think she looks great. I think, yeah, I think this is just a great film. I'm not, other than Silence of the Lambs, I can't really name any Jonathan Demme movies off the top of my head, but this one has got me more interested in Jonathan Demme. That's for sure. So I'll break down these special features real quick. I didn't watch any of these, but I do plan to. I watched the movie and I came straight in here to talk about it. So I'll break these down to you. There's a new audio commentary with film historians Howard S. Berger and Steve Mitchell. The Labyrinth of Last Embrace, a new video essay by Sam Deegan. Archival interview with producer Michael Taylor. Theatrical trailer, and then the new written essays that are inside this book. I, again, enjoyed this movie. It's available now at vinegarsyndrome.com. It's part of the Cinematographe line, which is a sub-label of Vinegar Syndrome. I recommend this. I say get this. If you don't want to get this hard box deluxe edition, I think these are a little pricey. I mean, I'm a subscriber, so I get half off, but I think they're in the like $30-$40 range. I think it's more on the upper side. So if you don't want to get that, you can always wait. I'll just say that. So Cinematographe have this thing where these releases are usually limited. I think it's either once they sell out or after a certain point, they put out standard Blu-rays or standard 4Ks, for example. So you then have a chance to get just a standard one at a discounted price, I believe. I believe it's a little cheaper. So it's completely up to you. I think this is worth it. This movie was great. It's worth a watch. It's fun. I've seen people shitting on this cover art. I don't see what they're talking about. I love it. I think it's great. So this cover art is good to me. I really like it. So yeah, that's my review of Last Embrace by Cinematographe. It's their newest title. If you would do me a favor, if you could just like and subscribe, hit the bell below to be notified on all future videos, and we'll see you next time.